Hello everyone, welcome to the Faculty Development Program on FPGA implementation of digital design with Verilog HDL. Myself, Sudhish KV, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysore. In today's session, we are going to learn the functionality of 4-bit BCD synchronous counter and how to write the code, Verilog code for that 4-bit BCD synchronous counter. And also we are going to learn the 4-bit binary synchronous counter with division of clock by 2, 4, 8 and 16 to verify its functionality. So to start with the first part, that is 4-bit BCD synchronous counter, before writing the Verilog code for 4-bit BCD synchronous counter, we need to understand what is 4-bit BCD synchronous counter. So here BCD is nothing but binary coded decimal whose value is from 0 to 9, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And here the synchronous counter is nothing but the output of the first flip-flop or the output of the previous flip-flop is given as an input to the next flip-flop. Here the block diagram, the figure shows a block diagram for 4-bit BCD synchronous counter, wherein which this block diagram or this counter, it uses 4 D flip-flops, each having two inputs, that is D input and clock input, and one output, that is Q. So since we have 4 flip-flops here, we have 4 outputs, that is starting from Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So here, since it is a synchronous counter, the output of the previous flip-flop is fed as an input to the next flip-flop. For example, in the first flip-flop, the output Q bar is fed as an input to the clock input to the next flip-flop. Similarly, the second output of the second flip-flop is fed as an input to the clock input of the third flip-flop, and similarly for the third and fourth flip-flop also. So here the BCD synchronous counter means the counter will start counting from 0 to 9, that is from 00002 00002 1001. That means once it finishes the count, that is the 9th count, that is 1001, for the next count the counter has to reset its values, all the values to 0000. That means for 10th clock pulse, for the 10th output, for the 10th clock input, the output should be equal to 0000. So for that purpose, along with this, in this block diagram, along with this 4D flip-flop, we are using one AND gate, wherein which, since for the 10th clock pulse 1010 is the output, that is 1010 is the count, at that particular count the counter has to reset. So for that, the MSB is 1 and the third bit Q3 is equal to 1 and Q1 is equal to 1. For this purpose, Q3 and Q1 are fed as an input to the AND gate. Once the AND gate inputs are 1, the output will be equal to 1, which makes or which resets all the flip-flops in the counter. Here R indicates reset. So this is the functionality of the 4-bit BCD synchronous counter with respect to its truth table shown here. So to write the Verilog code, we have a module called BCD. Here the module name is BCD. Which defines all the input and output parameters, wherein which clear, clock and Q. CLR, clear is nothing but the reset input. CLK, clock is nothing but the clock in CLK is nothing but the clock input, and Q is the output. Inputs are clear and clock, output is Q. Since Q is a 4-bit vector, it is denoted as 3:0 and it is assigned to register. Each values of Q is stored in certain register for the simulation of behavioral data flow, simulation, and we are initializing the first value, starting value of the counter equal to 0000. That means Q is equal to 0000 initially, and for always for the positive and for every positive edge clock of the input, if clear is equal to 1, then Q will be initialized to 0000 and counter starts incrementing from the count value 0000 up to 1001. Once the count is equal to 1010, that means for the 10th clock pulse, 1010 is the count. For that particular clock pulse, the counter will reset all the value, all the status of the flip-flops equal to 0. And finally, we end the module here. That means here we can see if clear is equal to 1, the counter value is initialized to 0000, else if 1001, that is the final count, that is the ninth count, 1001, and for the next clock pulse, for the from 0000 to 1001, the counter will be incrementing from the first clock pulse to last clock pulse, and at the 10th clock pulse, once the count is equal to 1010, the counter will resets all its value to 0. And this ends the first part of the session. So the second part of the session includes writing the Verilog code for counter with given input clock and check whether it works as a clock divider performing division of clock by 2, 4, 8 and 16. This is nothing but writing the Verilog code for 4-bit binary counter. So here this block diagram, this figure shows the waveform configuration for the 4-bit binary counter, wherein which divide by 2, divide by 4, divide by 8 and divide by 16 of the total clock pulses. So QA is the clock pulses are here. We have 16 clock pulses, that is from 1 to 16, and QA is the output of the first flip-flop, QB is the output of the second flip-flop, and QC is the output of the third, and similarly QD is the output of the fourth flip-flop. So divide by 2 means total number of clock pulses will be divided by 2. That means 16 by 2, which is equal to 8 clock pulses for QA, and similarly 16 by 4 means 4 clock pulses for QB, and similarly 16 by 8 means 2 clock pulses for QD. So writing the Verilog code for this, similar to BCD counter, 4-bit BCD counter, we have a module here, that is the module name is AUP bit up. Here is AUP bit C41. It is nothing but 4-bit binary counter. We have similarly input and output parameters defined inside the module, that is clear, clock and Q. Inputs are clear and clock, and output is Q. Since the output Q is a 4-bit vector, it is assigned as 3:0, and it is stored in the register for the behavioral simulation. So initially the counter value is initialized to 0000, and for every positive clock edge, the counter starts counting from 0000 to 1111. So here, if clear is equal to 1, the count value is initialized to 0000, and it starts counting or incrementing from 0000 to 1111. Once the count reaches the maximum value, that is 1111, the counter resets all the values of the counter to 0, and this ends the module. So far we have learned the functionality of 4-bit BCD synchronous counter as well as the 4-bit binary counter. Now we will see how to simulate these programs using Verilog code in the Xilinx simulator. So first I am copying the same code that is there in the PPT. I am copying the code and I am using the Xilinx platform to simulate this program. So first, once the Xilinx ISE simulator is opened, we have to create a new project. Go to File, select option New Project, and there you have a project location. That means where your project is to be saved. So select the location wherever the project is to be loaded or wherever the project is to be stored. So here I am selecting the desktop. So my location of creating the new project is desktop. So I am giving the project name for that particular project as counter. So since I am doing 2 counters, the project name, the 2 counters will be simulated in the same project name as counter, and press next button. And here the product category, family, device, package and speed should be the same as it is displaying in the screen. That means by default it will be selected the same specifications. For example, device name should be always XE3S50 and the family name should be always Spartan 3. Don't change anything here and press the next button. Next, finish. So you have created a project name by counter under the device, that is XE3S504PQ208. So here I need to add a new source in order to edit the program. That means I am selecting the Verilog module and I am giving the file name for that Verilog module as BCD 4-bit. Since I am doing first the 4-bit BCD synchronous counter, I am giving the file name as BCD 4-bit under the project counter. Okay, so press next button. This is the window, or this is the wizard where you will provide the input and output specifications. As of now, no need to give the specifications here. Directly press the next button to go to the window, editable window. There you can clearly specify the input and output parameters there. Okay, next, finish. So don't worry about all these things. It is just displaying the module name, project name, everything. Just select. Since I have copied the program from the presentation, I'm just pasting the program here. So this is the program that is written for the BCD 4-bit BCD synchronous counter, wherein which we have two inputs and one output, that is clear and clock are the inputs, Q the 4-bit output, 4-bit vector output. So for this, first the program is written and we have to check for the syntax whether there is any mistakes or not, and also we have to synthesize it. So here in this process window, you have options called as synthesis XST. Do right click on it and run the. It is asking whether to save the changes that you have made to the program. Yes, press button yes. It is processing. Yes. Here you can see the message that the process synthesis completed successfully. That means there are no errors in the program, there is no mistakes. So directly you can do the check syntax if you want. Once again, that is open this syntax option. Here you have a check syntax. Do right click, run it. Check syntax completed successfully. So once the syntax and the errors are compiled, go to the option called as behavioral simulation. Do click on this BCD, select new source, right click on new source. Here we have to select an option called as test bench waveform. Test bench waveform is nothing but here we are clearly mentioning the clock inputs that are to be used in our counter. So test bench waveform is a platform or a window wherein which we force the inputs to get the specified outputs. So for this test bench waveform, I need to give the file name. So for this, I am giving the file name as BCD counter, that is BCDC, and press the next button. Next, finish. And here we are getting a window like this, that is whether we have to select the rising edge clock or we have to select the falling edge clock. Since we have used the positive edge clock, we have to select the rising edge clock. And the clock options, we have single clock, multiple clock and combinational clock. Please select the single clock and press finish. This is the test bench waveform we have created. So here you can see the clock input, the clear input, and the four outputs, that is Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Once the test bench waveform is created, just save the test bench waveform by clicking the save option here and select this test bench waveform file and do the simulation by help of simulate behavioral model. Just run this. Do right click and run this. And here you can get the output window, or we can say it as a simulation window, wherein which the last row is a clock input and the second row is a clear input, and the output rows are Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So here you can use this scale wherever you want the particular output for that particular clock. You can drag and place wherever you want and you can see the output. So at this particular instant, the clock is equal to the clock, for the falling edge of the clock, the output is 0, 1, 0, 0, sorry, 1, 0, 0, 0, that is 0, 0, 0, 1. We have to read from the MSB, that is Q3, Q2, Q1 and Q0, that is 0, 0, 0, 1. And here it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. For the next clock, just zooming in it. So for fifth clock pulse, the value is 0101. For the sixth clock, it is 0110. For the seventh clock, it is 0111. For the eighth clock, 1000. For the ninth clock, it is 1001. And for the next clock pulse, directly you can see the status of the counter or the status of the flip-flops in the counter is reset to 0. That is, all the states of the flip-flop in the counter is equal to 0000. That means it is working as an BCD counter. It starts counting from 0 to and it ends the count at 9. That is 0000 to 1001. So this finishes the first project. That is the first part of the session, simulating the 4-bit BCD counter. Okay. So coming to the next part of the program, that is 4-bit binary counter. I am just closing all the tabs that I have opened and I am creating the new file. I am creating the new file for the binary counter under the same project, that is counter. So here we have to select the option as implementation, and I am doing the new source and I am creating the new source under the same project counter. Again follow the same steps, that is Verilog module 4-bit binary counter. This is the earlier one was 4-bit BCD counter. So file name is binary42. See, binary 4-bit binary counter. Just press next button and finish it. This is the editable window where you will get. So what you will do, just select all the contents present in this window and just delete it. I am copying the program that I have done in my presentation. This is a program that I have written. I am copying this and I am just pasting here. So we have written the program for 4-bit binary counter. So here you should know that the 4-bit binary counter means the count starts from 00002 and it ends up to 1111. So I have written the program. Once the program is written, we have to check for the syntax and it synthesizes the program. It is asking whether to save the changes or not. Press option yes. Okay, here you can see the message that is process synthesis completed successfully. Yeah, once the process synthesis completed successfully, go to option behavioral simulation here and again follow the same procedure by creating a test bench waveform. Even for this, select the option called as test bench waveform here. You know that the test bench waveform is a window in which the inputs can be forced to get the specified output. So here I am giving the file name as binary counter. This is the file name for the test bench waveform. Finish. Yes, and again here it is asking for whether to select the rising edge or falling edge. Please select the option as rising edge and let it be the single clock only. Finish. So here, once the test bench waveform is created, save the file that you have created, that is binary counter. Now simulate this with the help of an simulate behavioral model. So this is the output window, or we call it as a simulation window, wherein which the output for the binary counter, 4-bit binary counter, is displaying. The last row is the clock pulses, clock row, and the second row is the last second row is the clear input row, and the first 4 rows, that is Q3, Q2, Q1, and Q0, are the output rows, where you can see you can drag and place this status bar wherever you want and you can check the output. That is, this is the status of the flip-flops, that is Q3, Q2, Q1 and Q0 are 0000 respectively, and at this particular state it is 0001, and here it is 0 0 1 1, that is equivalent to 3. Now zoom in to check for the other status of the outputs. Select this option and then this one. Again, if you want, do the same procedure. Yeah, here you can see the count from 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and the hexadecimal values from A to F, that is A B C D E F. Yeah, you can see here. Once the value is reached to F, that is the maximum value of the count, that is 1111, again it is reset to 0, that is all the status of the flip-flops will be equal to 0000, and again the count starts for the next clock cycle of the inputs. So this ends the session. Thank you all. Thank you very much.